started it up.
Hello.
All right. Bye. Hey.
Hey.
How you doing, Marianne?
Did you see the page that I made for the GoPro thing?
Oh no, I haven't. Oh my gosh, no. I've been in crazy town. Let me go look.
I've been in crazy town myself.
How are you? When does Tom come back?
Couple weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Couple more weeks?
Yeah, sometime next week, but I'm not sure exactly when.
Wow. Okay. All right. Let me go look. Okay. Yeah, you want me to write an intro, right?
Well, I just want you to write like a little, like an intro about what it is. I say an email, whatever I said in that email.
I know you did.
That's all right.
I'll get it pulled together. All right, let's see what I'm saying. Masters of Enrollment. Where did you put it? Let's see.
If you go on the left-hand side all the way to the bottom.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, great. Okay. Perfect. All right, I'll put it together.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you so much.
Call really quick. Hang on.
Okay. Hey, Robin. Hey, Jackie.
Hi. Hi there.
How are you, sweetheart?
Hi, Kitty. Hi, Robin. Sorry,
Hi.
I'm trying to figure out how to mute myself, girls, because I'm out here.
Oh, that's Jackie. Oh, she's muted now. Okay. Jackie, you're muted. You're good. Yeah. We've got Sharon, and who is that in the 541 area code?
That's Bob in Oregon.
Hey, Bob. Welcome.
Thanks. I'll mute myself because I'm at work in the warehouse.
Very good.
Is Tom joining us?
I don't know. Marianne, is Tom?
She's muted. Marianne,
You're muted. You're muted, honey bun.
I know. What I was on a
I'm sorry.
Is Tom joining us?
Oh, I don't know yet.
Okay.
No, he might be. He's on Facebook.
Dun, dun, dun. Denice.
Denise, where are you? Oh,
She's got a green screen
I see
today.
green.
Yeah.
There she
is. Hi, gorgeous.
Hi,
You look very cozy. Is it cold today?
Yeah, it's been cloudy for like 4 days, 5 days. I don't know, something that we're not used to.
Oh, really?
Yes. Terrible.
Oh, I just saw the temperature, like somewhere in Colorado was getting snow today.
Oh yeah, right now it's 56, so that's not bad. But earlier, it was in the 40s earlier, and at my friend's house, they had like 2 inches of snow.
Oh my goodness. It was 86 here today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Linda.
That sounds glorious.
Well, we're ready for some calm and quiet. I'm not liking the idea there's another storm brewing. I don't want to see any more rain. I've had enough.
Oh, is there another storm? I haven't turned on the news, honestly, all day.
It's awful. I don't even want to watch it. Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah.
So, I've been...
There's your Tom.
What's up?
where is he?
I see you. I hear you.
He's got a frozen screen or something.
No. Seriously?
Seriously?
No.
Alex, is that Alex Tice with us, or is that a different Alex?
That's Alex Tice. He's here.
Yay.
Oh, wow.
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, Alex is here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you? Where are you?
Where do you think I am?
He's
No,
in California. Like what?
Are you in the car?
I'd like to say we
I'm in a
saw you
transport.
jump, but we didn't.
Yeah. How about here's our cameraman. First cameraman in the world, right there. This by far. And how about the commentary? Was that hurtful enough to the poor guy? The guy that came to work today thinking he was going to have a good day, only to be landed on 450-pound Chenault. Do you think that was really necessary, Sean?
I don't even
Oh
know what
my
you guys
God.
are talking about.
You don't?
No.
No.
Oh no.
Denise, I turned off my phone right when I called you, right when you called, because I'd been calling you to tell you that I was going to jump off that bridge. Off that
Oh,
building.
Off that tall building.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
hmm But for some reason, Tom, I can't get you to spotlight. I don't know what's going on. I keep selecting it, but it won't switch over. Let me see here. Hold
Like
on.
a couple miles from the South Pole. That's what's going on.
Yeah, we're like,
Oh, so you jumped off the building? Whoa.
we jumped off that building, that big tower building.
What, like with a bungee cord or what?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you jumped.
It's like with a bungee.
It's a free fall.
Denise.
It had like these.
Denise,
It's
why
the
did the pool
sky
boy
tower.
just run by in the background? Denise, why is the pool boy over? You guys don't have a pool.
Oh my goodness.
Denise,
Okay,
come
now
on, dude.
we
You're
got
live. You can't run through the shot.
This is
All right.
so sad. Who's over
All
there?
right, are we
See
ready?
Adrian
So
and
upset.
Ivan and James Earl Moore.
Hello, and Adrian, and all kinds of people. So I'm going to mute everybody, and we'll get this going. But we can't see you, Tom. It's completely blank. Just so you know. Uh-oh, did we lose him? We must have. Okay, Denise, I'm going to put you, hold on one second here. And you're ready to go.
That's a great face right there. Yeah.
All of a sudden you're like, oh, that's.
You guys, you know that your resting face is what your face does when people don't know that you're looking at them, right? That's your resting face. And I was taught about my resting face when I was selling shampoo. I don't know why, but anyway, she taught us about, the fact that your resting face is what your face does when nobody's looking at you. And I think, I don't know, I was talking to somebody, I think it might have been last Tuesday at our meeting, but a lot of people don't realize that they're rested. They have a really terrible resting face, and it sometimes looks like you're angry or you're mean, and you're not meaning to do that. It's just that your resting face does this. So anyway, I was just reading about the fact that Tom did this jump off the sky tower. That's what he was talking about. It's over 1,000 feet, 1,076 feet. So there you go. When's the last time you did something absolutely terrifying? And I think, within reason.
I went on a trip with Tom.
That's right. That is horrifying. Okay, we can hear you guys, I guess.
Yeah, we're here back. Yeah, we're with you.
Okay,
And we
good.
heard that whole resting face. You should have been at the meeting. Where was that? That the lady was in 5 minutes into our talk. This lady was dead asleep for the entire training.
In the
So
front
that was
row.
very in the front row. It was awesome. So, and she's the nicest woman in the world. She was just a little. So it was unbelievable.
Just a little
So,
tired.
yeah. So we're not here to. So here's the deal, Denise. I want to talk to these people about the coffee shop interview. We have been interviewing Uber drivers and having more fun the entire trip doing it because these people are such characters, and Sean and Colleen are so. And it just proves up everybody's got a story if we'll just take the time to listen to it. And everybody wants a better life. They either want more time or more money or better health. And all we need to do is stay engaged. And it's more clear to me right now than it's ever been. And you people are right on that. And looking at what's happening with this Eric Worre event, where they are bringing Denice and I to their stage to talk about nothing but the coffee shop interview, contact mapping, and what we're doing in 65 and a wake up is a massive tribute to every one of you, because Eric's in that room and there's no way in the world he'd have brought us on if he hadn't seen the results that you people are generating. That's the beautiful part of it. Now, I have gone, I've been doing this business for a very, very long time. And Denice and I have been talking forever. And Louis Ariaza and Scott Farduas about really focusing back to the home meeting. We talked to Alex about that, and he said, let's get back to the home meeting. I have watched this whole phenomena here in New Zealand with Colleen and with Sean, where they have renamed the home meeting, so to speak, to a selling conversation. But all it is the home meeting in the old days, except these people have this thing dialed in. And 3 times in a row now, they said, let's have a meeting tonight or tomorrow night. And I rolled my eyes and said, there'll be nobody there. And we've walked into homes that were absolutely 100% engaged, enthralled, and buying. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. These Savour spices are incredible. They cost so little money that nobody is intimidated. They have a bowl of celery there. They have a bowl of carrots there. They have some nice little sugar bars for me. And you dip those in the Savour spices. These people are buying everything like it's going out of style. This Colleen has taught an old dog new tricks, and I'm going to turn this over to her because I want you guys to hear just the overview meetings are and how it completely plays into our unilevel, our multi-level marketing concept without making all you people party pan people and home meeting people, but you can take the best of both worlds and build yourself a much bigger business. She's coming to Colorado on October the 14th. That's worth an airplane ride for you to fly into. And if you're saying that's too much, well, look at her. She's coming from Australia. Hello, Colleen.
Oh, well, I hope I live up to that, Tom. So you better give me a time limit because you know I can talk.
15.
Okay, cool. So what the home meeting is, what Tom was talking about, or maybe I should say what it isn't. It's not a meeting full of longevity distributors, all right? So it's a meeting where you as a longevity distributor, you pick a host, you've got somebody who said they want to host the event, and you have all these new people, so you're attracting new people into your business. And sometimes those new people are people that you've been trying to have a conversation with for months about the wellness products, and maybe they're just not getting it. They're feeling a little bit pushed. To invite them to a social home meeting around spices, Savour spices, around the Melissia, around the aromatherapy. Sometimes you can get into crowds in these home meetings that you've been trying to and you just couldn't do it. I know that many of the New Zealand folks here have said exactly based on the training. So it's basically a home party, a meeting of people who want to try the product, they want to buy the product, they want to book their own social, and they want to join. So those are the 3 things that we're looking for at a party. And what else do you want to talk about, Tom?
Tell them why it makes sense for them and what kind of buy-in you're getting from people. That's the shock
Okay. So I'm lazy, and I know that for a lot of people, like, okay, maybe I'm not lazy, maybe I'm efficient. The last thing I want to do is, with a little bit of time that I want to do, I want to make sure that I'm seeing 10 people at once. All right. And that's what I love about the home meeting is I'm seeing 10 people at once. They're all new. They're all friends or colleagues or family. So there's a little bit of peer pressure in there. I know when I go to a social, I know that we're going to have $500 in sales. We're just going to have that because based on the number of people in the door, that's the number that's going to happen. So when I'm doing a social, I'm not focusing on the social itself, on the sales. I'm focusing on the bookings, the future business. It's never about the sales at the moment. Those are going to happen. So I'm looking for the next booking with the host, the person whose living room I'm sitting in and presenting. I'm working with that person to create the next event. And I'm looking for a minimum of 2 events from that one. So what Longevity has done is they've gotten behind the hybrid model. So we've got network marketing and we've got the social selling. And they've really gotten behind the hybrid model by giving the host some benefits for hosting the event and the host some benefits for having someone book at the event. That's all generous program done by Longevity. So it's just brilliant. So I've got a little carrot to dangle in front of the next person who wants to host their event, and it works perfect. So at the event, I'm trying to find those 2 next bookings. But what I'm also doing is looking for the distributor. And in my version, I'm always trying to have my host become a distributor because I'm going to put the entire party social sales underneath that new distributor, that host. So you can see, you can have senior associates, the brick rank popping out at every single social if you're working with the host prior to the event. The second thing I'm doing there is I'm looking for new distributors for that host as well. So I'm looking for who says, oh, I'm interested in getting the product for free as a host, or maybe I can turn them into not only getting product for free, but how about a little cash on the side as well? So that becomes the next person for my next social that I'm doing. But that person is under my original host. If Tom is my host, the original host, then I have Susie become the new distributor underneath Tom. And so all of a sudden I've got these brick ranks popping under brick ranks, and it's amazing. We've had 1-stars popping in their first month of the business or second month of the business through this program of social selling because the volume's built underneath them with the future. So that's why I don't focus on the sales. The sales just happen. What else, Tom?
They've got a really cool website set up. Sean Brown has just, I mean, he's got a hybrid website set up for just social selling that is absolutely killer. I didn't know that existed. They've got a social selling Facebook page that is got all kinds of videos on there and stuff like that. It is not going to replace, it's just, you know, here's what you're doing. You're doing the coffee shop interview. You're getting people together. They say they want to have a party or a meeting. You say, let's do it at your house. You go through this process, which is simple, unbelievably simple. The next thing you know, you've got a room full of people getting started, and it works like a charm. I'm going to get this dialed in a lot more when I get back to Colorado with Denice and Marianne. We're going to show you how to do this. We're going to really film a bunch of stuff when we get to Colorado for that training, that Super Saturday. It's the 14th, Marianne. Make sure you put that in the comments if that is. Let's plan on streaming that so people understand what this is. Maybe we'll even try to do a social that night in Longmont over at Marianne's house or something. It'll be awesome. So no matter what, it is going to be fun. It is something that everyone of you do. And all I want to do is have you have another choice that is going to feed you.
We lost you.
You can go do this. And I'll tell you, it's happening in New Zealand. On you. I mean, you know somebody who knows somebody in Sydney, Brisbane, or Melbourne. And what you want to do is drive people to those meetings. That's that simple. So I'm telling you, this is your time. This is our time. I know we can do this. You are doing a heck of a job out there. I mean, this crew here, the 65 and Wake Up, the Rev 90, the school, the Star School. I mean, we have got some momentum here. Let's just add another layer to it with this social selling, and we are off to the races. And that's what I want to do. I did not see that comment. I looked right through that comment. Let me see if I can figure out how to get to it. Is Lorette Willis on here? Does anybody know if Lorette's here?
I do not see her yet, hon.
Okay, she's good at these social selling meetings. I know that. If anybody else has experience with it, would you, Jamie? There's a lot of you on here.
You know, here's the thing. It's years ago. I was doing a lot of mineral makeup home meetings, and this is way before we had any structure around hostess gifts or anything. And basically, I would, you know, whoever was hosting the party was always a distributor. I would sign them up, put all the QV underneath them, and really just focusing mainly on the mineral makeup. We talk a little bit about nutrition and beauty from the inside out. And almost every time out of every party, we had usually at least $500 in sales. And Colleen's absolutely right. The party itself is not necessarily the point, but you are getting a lot of bang for your buck as far as if you're doing a meeting for more than one or two people, right? And so, but it's always about getting the meeting out of your house into somebody else's house, and then from getting into their Rolodex or their contacts, and then having somebody that they know host another party. So it's always trickling out into contacts that you don't originally know. Anything else, Tom?
Yeah, and no, that's what's so true. And what you've done, I mean, it just makes me crazy whenever you go over to a Silpata party or you go to a Pampered Chef party or anything else. I've watched you every Tupperware. I mean, you come home every time with a pile of product that you didn't even want. And it's, you know, that's not trying to say that, you know, there's peer pressure. And Colleen was just telling me that in the conversation at these meetings, the men are the big buyers. They want to look bigger. So the men buy. Is that true?
Yes, absolutely. There's other men in the room. They are competing to who's got the biggest bill.
Isn't that crazy? So it's one of the names of the website in the.
I wasn't inviting any men to the mineral makeup. I don't come. That's what I was clearly doing wrong. I wasn't inviting any men to the mineral makeup party.
Well, do me a favor and don't wait till I get home to start that changing behavior. I don't want all the men. I do not want to make it look like a Boy Scout troop over at my house this week. All right. So
the website.
The website is named what?
Sean, is it My Social?
Your back office is mylongevitysocial.com.
mylongevitysocial.com.
Yeah. And you put in your user ID, your longevity user ID, and your normal password, and then you'll be in.
Okay.
Now, there's two things in there. When you get in, there's a resource section of that mylongevitysocial.com. There's a resource section. If you click on resources and you go down in the videos, there's a bunch of videos. About 2/3 of the way down are the instruction videos. Go there first. Absolutely go there first. They're super easy. Anyone can do it. Just make sure you watch at least 4 of those videos before you even get started on the actual website.
Okay, you guys got that? All right. So
crazy.
in the Facebook page is called what?
This existed.
Well, I know. That's why I'm training you, Denice. So what's the next one called?
The other one is when you go to the Facebook, you get into the Longevity Social Selling Group. And in there, we've got lots of people in there. They love to help each other, peer-to-peer, help each other. There's also one for Savor. It's called Longevity Savor Natural Foods Business Building Tips. And that one is all around the social and all around Savor products. And there's about 500 people in there, and they just love to help each other out there too.
All right. And now you can see in the car, we are coming upon Longevity New Zealand offices. You can see construction going on. They are expanding. We're taking over the protein kitchen. It's gone. We ran them out of business. So long, protein kitchen. Bye, protein kitchen. And now it's
Hello, Longevity too.
here comes Longevity. They, because of all the spices and everything else, we have had to expand. And that's really, 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 really cool.
We can't see you're frozen.
All right,
So we
let me
can't
show you here.
You're frozen, so we can't see what you're
Hold on.
talking
All right. All right, don't move. I'm working here. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm trying, honey. I wasn't about to leave you on the beach on this deal. Close that, open that. Can you see me now?
about. No.
Can you see me now? Can you see me now?
There, that's better right there.
You got me?
Yes.
All right, this is the Longevity. That's Longevity
Yep.
right here. They haven't changed it to NASDAQ on the sign yet. That's coming along. And here
Last
we
time
are,
I was there,
Monday
they
through
were.
Friday, 9 to 5.
The last time I was there, Rob was doing that landscaping out there and the painting.
Oh, yeah.
And,
He's a landscaping machine, this guy.
Hey, you see this?
Oh, no.
This is what Tom just left in the cab. Luckily, I came out behind him.
That's, why do you act like that? This guy is, I am telling you, not as only, he's worse than you, but he's not kind. He's mean about it.
People can
Yeah,
only
so-
be patient for so long, Tom.
You have to watch Facebook Live. He did the commentary. He didn't know how to work the phone, so the phone. So I look like a BB on a 4-lane highway. Lane at the end of the day, it is so funny. I just love him. All right, so I guess that I'm just telling you guys that this is it. So I'm going to go in, Marianne and Denise. Is there anything else anybody wants to know from me before we go that I can help you with?
I'm looking at the
Are
comments.
there any questions?
Not so far. Pamela's great because she's a very fast typer, and so
Yeah.
we have all the directions here. Yeah, it's crazy because I did know about the Longevity Social Selling Group on Facebook, but I did not know about the website. So this is awesome.
Yep, there's that.
Okay,
That's
so
the warehouse right there. See all the product, man. This place is.
yeah, look at that.
It's growing. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's growing like a weed here. I want you guys to be able to travel the world, and I want you to do it before you're too old, because I watch all kinds of people here, and they're in their 70s and their 80s, and they haven't got the adrenaline. They're on oxygen, and then you've got another culture of people that can't even afford to go anywhere because they never had the money, and they didn't have the time. And here we are with Longevity, where we've got the money, the time, and somebody can have that kind of life. I'm trying to get out of the wind. So, I mean, so Michelle Wallach, when we jumped off that building, she wrote, "What's that got to do with Longevity?" And I thought that was an interesting statement because it's got everything to do with Longevity. Without Longevity, I wouldn't be in New Zealand. Without Longevity products, I wouldn't be able to jump off that building. Without the Longevity money, I wouldn't have been able to afford to jump off that building. So it's got everything to do with Longevity. It's got everything to do with lifestyle and you guys being able to have the life that you want and live it the way you want, wherever you want, and still actually be working. Because as you can tell, we got off that jump, we just finished it, and now we're in a cab, and we headed in the cab over to the warehouse here, and we're going to do a couple of hours, and then we're hopping on an airplane and headed out to Melbourne. And you're right, Pamela. We need to jump into the deep water. And jumping into the deep water in this business is jumping in to the foxhole with your team. And it's scary because you don't really feel like you know what you're doing. You don't really feel like you know where you're going. And how in the world are you going to take anybody with you? And that's what 65 and a Wake Up is for. That's what GoPro is for. That's what Longevity University is for. All that is for that. Because there's not, failing on your own is one thing. We can all do that. We've all done that all our lives. Failing and taking other people with us is the least fun thing on the planet, and all of us are deathly afraid of that. But I'm telling you, Thursday night, that GoPro deal that Pamela's doing, the book study, off the charts. Watch the replays and then go plug in and be interactive with her on that. If you're watching that, you're going to be blown away at the integration you got in the and to get you into the water. Not let you go in over your head until you can swim. Let you know that you can swim back to the shore the minute you get scared. And then I'm going to gently nudge you back in a little deeper every time. Because that's what this business is.
That's awesome.
So badly for each every one of you. And yeah, it's been a great. What? What's that?
You're like, and you're getting the delay was awesome. Because your voice was like, and that's what it's all about.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. All right. Well, you go ahead and finish this up. Oh, no. Somebody said the voice was cool, too. Sorry. So have fun, Denise. Have fun, Marianne. Have fun, every one of you. I miss you terribly. I don't know when I'm coming home. I get done with this whole thing on Monday, I think, and I might stay another day or two on the Sunshine Coast just because it's warm and I've never been there before.
It looks like it looks like 2 meetings on Sunday. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so somebody just asked what the schedule was, but
I'll put it up. You're in Melbourne on Thursday and Friday, Sydney on
and we're sending
Friday and Saturday, and Brisbane on Sunday.
Crazy. All right. Well, you guys, I love you with all of my heart. And go take it away. And thanks for letting me be a part of your day. I'm 5 hours ahead.
Okay. We're going to have to shut him off.
Ivan Sleeper, you are a rock star. I'm you. Chantel, Thursday nights, book study. You can join. Love you guys. I'm out of here.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Love you. Bye-bye. Do we still have Alex on? Or did he jump off?
Let me see.
I don't see him. Let's unmute our beautiful Pamela.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Hey.
So you go ahead. I'm gonna put up this schedule real quick, and I don't know how to. It's on Tom's Facebook page, so if you want the details, look on there. But I'll quickly write the cities and times. And Pamela, why don't you? How's your week? How are you doing? What any great stories you want to share?
Well, just closing out the end of the month, of course, get, qualification and maintaining rank, all that good stuff. Team challenge, working hard with some amazing women and coming in to see how things are going to finalize. It's just been a really incredible week. So yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And definitely we want you to come and join us for Eric Worre's Go Pro. I always say jump on even if you haven't read, but I do recommend that you read because you're going to get so much out of it. But at least if you jump on, you're going to be learning as you go along. And he talks about learning while you're earning, and that's really important. The personal and professional development is extremely critical to increasing your level of success. And because this is the driving force for all of us from 65 and a wake up, I thought it would be a good idea for us to do this book study. And, so we go through very detailed step by step and with an interactive component so that people can explain about their circumstances. They can ask questions. They can, we can sit and go over the different paradigms that Eric offers. And it's really just such an incredible book. And it should be one of those things that becomes so dog-eared because it's a beloved book for you to use over and over again. You never get tired of it. So what else do you want to know?
That's so true. I was talking faster than my finger could hit unmute. That's so true. And you know what I've been using too is on the GoPro website, Eric has, I don't know how many videos on there. There's probably 100 different videos from, and some of them are really short, like 5 minutes or less, and some of them are an hour long with millions.
Hi, Marianne. Hi.
Oh, somebody needs to mute. So that's a really great way of just, as you're doing something, if you're cleaning around the house or you need to fill a little time while you're doing something, pop on there, watch a couple of videos, take notes, and I think he started these videos in like 2013. So this is 4 years worth of conglomeration of different topics, and just see what tickles your fancy and start watching them.
Yeah, he does some really great, he breaks them down so simply so that you can use them, to grow and learn, but it's real easy stuff. And he always has these little webinars going on, and the webinars will often lead to a bigger thing. So there'll be like a free short webinar that you can get some really good information out of without having to spend anything out of pocket. But then he's got some real in-depth training that goes, follows forward from there. So, I mean, he's just absolutely incredible. I've been following him from the beginning. I think 2009 is when he got started, right? And so when you see the shift that has happened, I've seen the shift happen in him from the time that he was doing Facebook Live videos way back when, before Facebook Live existed. He'd do these little quick 1 or 2 minute videos, and then he would always end up with the favorite phrase, "It's a stone cold fact. We have a better way." And so if you kind of can jump in and get on his coattails, there's a lot to be learned and a lot of fun to be had, and a lot of overcoming of fears and issues and concerns,
It's so true. It's so true.
Hey, I wanted to say something too. I put up a link. So we have a GoPro page, right, on Masters of Enrollment, and we are videoing it. So you can go back in and you can watch, last week's and the week before to catch up. And so if you're not able to come, because I know some people have meetings during that time, then just go back in and watch the videos that we're doing.
And, I want to say too that I've watched Pamela really step into her power and into her leadership role through 65 and a Wake Up, and now through this book study. And this is what you do. These are the steps that you take. You go, oh, you know what? I see a need. Who's going to do it? Why not me? And that's really what happened, right, Pamela?
Absolutely. I just thought, I don't mind. I love talking to people, and I'm not afraid. And I know that we're all family and friends here. And if you guys can all understand that when we do this stuff together, it's helping you to be better when you get out in the world and you're trying to talk to prospects, whether they be preferred customers or distributors. And so we need to erase that issue so that you can, feel good about yourself and start feeling that confidence level grow. And I've seen beautiful changes happen on someone in my team, Colleen. I've just seen her blossom. And now when I talk with her, the things that come out of her mouth, the way she carries herself, there's just so much more confidence and joy in what she's doing, where a lot of times, you know, these people out there can get you down, right? There's a lot of no's that happen. There's a lot of people out there in the world that might say no to you, but guess what? There's a lot of people who will say yes. And so if you're willing to step out of your comfort zone and you're willing to be loving to people, like we talk about, love people and then love them more, and you find what it is that they're looking for, 65 and a Wake Up has helped me to be able to see people in a different way, approach them completely differently. Even though I've always been a very loving person, it's changed my perspective of approaching people as a prospect, and instead engaging with them in a way that's going to be, you know, beneficial to them with what their desires are, that they actually are asking me for it. And it's really kind of wild. If you guys haven't done it, really jump into 65 and a Wake Up. Don't be afraid. Start out at day one and you just do the best that you can. And we're here to support you, because it seems scary at first, but you're with friends. So you'll be okay.
And when you decided to put together the book study, did you have any fears about leading that?
You know what? No, not really, because I knew the book so well. We had done the book before in a book study with Jenny Smith and Mike Battistelli and Deb Bruction, and together we kind of did it. So it's if you've ever been interested in reading a book and reading it with your friends, it's the same thing. It just is that, you know, you get to see this grainy picture of me on a screen and you get to say, hey, Pamela, I love you, blah, 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 whatever. You know, we're together. We're enjoying each other's company. We're lifting each other up. Mike B always told me a rising tide raises all ships. And he still to this day is one of those people that I know, no matter what, is going to look out for the betterment of everybody in the organization, not just the people on our team. You know, it's everybody. And that's what Tom and Denice are all about. That's what 65 and a Wake Up is all about. That's what Alex Tice is all about. That's what the Team Challenge is all about. It's everybody coming together. And what's happening is that the industry is looking at longevity differently, we're still a mom and pop kind of a business, but we're a mom and pop business with an attitude, and we are going to kick butt and take names, and they're watching us because they want to know what we're doing that's making everything go so well.
Well, and I love the fact that, you know, a book study like you're doing is something that everybody can do. You can do that. You can do the same thing in your home and invite over, you know, your small team. It doesn't matter how many. And it's really a way to practice your leadership, because you have to be prepared. You have to obviously read the material. And so take a leap and do that, you know, because that's really what we started in 65 and a Wake Up, is the ability to take a little bit of a risk and be held by this community, and knowing that there are no mistakes. You can't screw up. You're just having a conversation. And when you come from love and no agenda, you know, then you can't go wrong. And that's what we're doing. And we are creating a ripple effect out there on so many ways, like Pamela's saying, from not only from a company standpoint. You know, we're a 20-year-old company that still a lot of people don't know about, but at the same time, we're also creating a ripple effect out there in the world and in our communities. And I think it all matters, you know. There's so much going on in the world right now that when we go out into the world and we have wonderful conversations, small or big, you know, that it creates positive energy in the world. And I think that benefits everybody. But the 65 and a Wake Up, Julie Impey, I'm not sure how you say your last name, but yeah, get in there, get on the Facebook page, check it out. It really is sort of self-explanatory. There's some videos and it's something that I was coaching a woman this morning and we were talking about it. And one of the things that she was saying is that she has a really hard time in holding people accountable. And that's why she joined 65 and a Wake Up, is she needed to be held accountable. Look, if you have a hard time holding people accountable, then you probably don't want to be held accountable. And when in being held accountable, when you shift it to what a gift it is to people that you're coaching, that they're asking you, they want to make a difference. They want to do the work. And what they're asking you to do is, look, hold me accountable. There's a difference between being nice and being kind, right? Being nice is saying, oh, it's okay. I know everybody gets busy and I'm the same way. That's being nice. But when you're kind, you don't accept their reasonableness. And when people become reasonable, then they're putting life ahead of what's really important to them, which is a lot of times their longevity business and leading their team. And so we have to say things with kindness but firmness, and saying, look, I'm not going to let you off. You didn't do the work. You want to do the work. And that's what being a leader is about, is holding people accountable. So that was it was a fun conversation that I had earlier today just around this, and the fact that she is holding more people accountable because she is being more accountable because of 65 and a Wake Up. Yeah, your mirror self. It's like Martha Beck says, you spot it, you got it. If you constantly are running into people who don't have any money, they can't afford a CEO pack, oh, it's too expensive, you're energetically attracting these people into your life because you have that same thing going on. And so if you're noticing a pattern in people's responses, if you're noticing the same thing coming up and up again and again, then chances are you have that same issue going on, and that's where you need to start first, is working on your core beliefs.
Right.
Go ahead, Pam.
Yeah, and the way to overcome that is to replace your old bad habits with good habits. And that's what 65 and a Wake Up does, is it creates systematic things that you are able to do on a daily basis, simple activities that seem overwhelming when you first start. When you think I need to do 2 coffee shop interviews and 1 3-way every single day, you're thinking, I can't do that. There's no way I'm going to be able to pull that off. Oh my gosh. And everybody starts freaking out because they're thinking 66 days, no way, and including me. And so you get into it, and all of a sudden, I remember going through days of like, there was just boom, 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 boom. It was like I couldn't get away from it. And then we were chuckling over the fact that, Adrian, we want to get this, this contact mapping app done. And we're like, what do we do with all these people? And it became humorous, whereas before it was frightening. And so doing those disciplined behaviors on a daily basis over the course of time, they become a habit. And Denice had brought up with the book, The One Thing, right? Is that the title of it? The One Thing? Okay. That in that book, it talked about the averages, where some people say it takes 21 days, some people say 30, some people say 75. And so the mean of all of those numbers was about 66 days. And so that's why Tom and Denice came up with this concept of 65 and a Wake Up, so that on the 66th day when you wake up, you are now a professional network marketer, because those disciplined behaviors are now habits, and you can't stop. And I'm continuing to do it. You can't, if you stop, you feel like you forgot to eat. Like it's like, I'm like, oh my God, my day, I'm thinking, I feel so empty today. What's going on? Oh, I didn't do my stuff. I gotta get going. But the key for me was doing it early in the morning, of creating a plan for my disciplined behavior so that it wouldn't get away from me, because it can become overwhelming. Yeah, early. Yeah, you know me, like 3 o'clock in the morning when I wake up and I Love Lucy starts coming on or something on the TV. And I'm like, let me go through and start reading those 65-minute wake-up posts and start, you need to participate. You need to share what you're doing, but you also need to encourage those that are around you, and you will grow in that process as well. So it's not just you doing your thing. You need to lift everybody else up as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Does anybody have any questions? I want to read this quote. It's such a great quote. I just came upon it, but it says, "Don't participate in the destruction of their dreams by buying into their reasonableness." Oh, mic drop. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. That was another conversation that I had with somebody around taking action early in the day, because, man, it just sucks to be at 8 o'clock at night and go, I don't want to start over, and you're desperately trying to figure out, who can I talk to? And so, taking action early in the day so that you can have a little bit of relief and not put yourself through that. That's key. Yeah, thank goodness we have people in California or Hawaii. Hawaii's good too. You start moving west in your Rolodex, figuring out who can I talk to. So cool. Well, you guys, I'm so blessed and so proud of everybody. And no matter how you feel, just know that just taking a little bit of action every day, that's all it is. Just a little bit of action in your business. And because 90% of what happens in network marketing is nothing. It's like, you do something in the 11th hour because your back's up against the wall or whatever. And we're just, like Pamela said, we're just creating the habit of daily action. And then what happens is that when you have a list that is rolling from page to page to page, you don't have this desperation of, okay, I only know 4 people, and if 3 of them say no, I'm really in trouble. And that's what most people do in network marketing. They sign up, they go, well, I know 2 or 3 people that might do this. And then their brother says no, and their best friend says no, and their mom says no, and then they go, I'm out, So that building your list, building your contacts, keeping up with that. Thank goodness we will have the app pretty quickly here, and the follow-up is key. Yeah, you start to, and the no's, and that's the good thing, is don't ever erase those no's, because I fully believe that timing in this profession is everything. A lot of people, I did a great training. I do say so. I did a training on Martha Beck's circle of change, and there's basically 4 categories, and unless somebody is really in the point of looking for something, because something has either happened in their life, they're at a different point, then the timing may not be right. And so no matter what you say, no matter how well you present, no matter how authentically you come across, it just may not be their time. And that's the one thing you cannot control. You can manipulate and cajole and, guilt somebody into, buying products or signing up, but it never lasts. And so it really is about somebody else's timing. And that's the other part, that you just have no control over that. So I think I love you guys, and no, I don't think that. I know that. And I appreciate every single one of you in your leadership and stepping out. And yeah, jumping off a building may not seem like it's a way to help build your business, but I guarantee you this: every time you do something scary and you challenge yourself safely in a way that gets you out of your comfort zone, it will absolutely come across in your business. So I do that. Somebody that I was coaching, they're taking dance lessons. I mean, that's the sort of thing that they need to, expand their circle, and they need to have more fun. They're taking dance lessons with their husband, and so those are the sort of things that that I coach people on. Like, get out into the world and have fun, because energetically you will start to attract people to you the more fun you're having, and it's a challenge. She said, I had no idea how much goes on from the man's standpoint of being the leader. They're counting beats, they're doing this, and holding and directing, and you can't direct on the 4th beat, you have to do it on the 3.5 beat, this whole thing. And so do stuff like that. Step out of your comfort zone in different ways. All right. I love you guys too. And have a great week. We'll see you next week. Who knows if Tom will be back or not. The good thing is that when you fly from that part of the world home, you get home on the same day that you leave. It's like a little time capsule miracle. So, all right. Love you guys too. We'll see you next week. Marianne, I'll see you in a little more than an hour. Thanks, Pamela. Thanks, you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. We love you all.
Love you.
Right, we'll
Thank you so much.
Woohoo.
Night. Thank you.
Thanks.
Love you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
That used to be called the paper tiger.
You married.
Okay, I don't know where I'm going.